You need to learn, and your learning must take you beyond the conventions of human education, which are limited and specific. To learn something greater about life and to do something greater in life require a different kind of preparation. We have mentioned some of the things that are similar between learning things in the world and learning the greater community way of knowledge. How about those things that are different? The difference here is that you will enter mystery. Here you cannot take your prior learning with you. Only a little bit of your prior experience can help you now. Here you cannot rely upon your philosophy. You cannot rely upon your sense of who you are. And you cannot rely upon your ideas or your ideals. All that you can rely upon is the remembrance of how things are learned and what is needed in learning. Here you shift your reliance from your ideas to reliance upon knowledge itself. Ideas seem tangible. You can control them. However, knowledge is not tangible. You cannot control it. Entering the mystery takes great faith. Faith in yourself, faith in knowledge, and faith in the greater power of the universe that has sent you here. This faith is necessary at the outset. It is the thing that you need before real certainty can be developed and relied upon on a consistent basis. Here you learn to rely upon the mystery and not upon tangible things. Here you ask the mystery to give you that which you need in the tangible world rather than asking the tangible world to give you what you need to function in the world of mystery. Here your education is very different, and your experience is very different. Instead of adding on more information, more ideas, more experiences, more methods and more conclusions, you keep opening yourself to the unknown. You keep asking knowledge to take you into new arenas, and you do not attempt to govern or control the process. Your discipline here needs to be in learning to discern the way, discerning the lessons that have to be learned, discerning the relationships that you come in contact with, and discerning your own motivations as you proceed. This is a great enough requirement in and of itself. How few have been successful here. So do not ask for more, and do not expect more. When we give you a challenge, it will be quite sufficient in terms of engaging your time and energy. It will be quite sufficient in relieving you of the burdens, complaints and confusion that belittle you and keep you bound to old ideas and old ways of doing things. Learning the greater community way of knowledge takes you to a greater certainty within you. You cannot rely upon your ideas or your conclusions, for they may be true in this moment but not true in the next. They may be applicable in this situation but not applicable in that situation. They may have served you well before, but they may be ineffective in what you are facing now. Therefore, in learning, do not rely upon previous conclusions. Become a beginning student. Open yourself. Assume nothing. This makes you really available. This makes it possible to give you instruction. This makes it possible for you to learn from instruction. This teaches you what you must learn in order to help others in life. And you will see from your own experience as you progress that those who are full of presumptions, ideas and beliefs about themselves and life are inaccessible and ineffective in learning new things. Therefore, learning a greater community way of knowledge requires courage because you must risk your ideas. You must risk your conclusions. And you must be willing to proceed even at times when you feel very uncertain about yourself or what you are doing. The way of knowledge takes you from one stage of certainty to a greater certainty and then on to an even greater certainty. These are all thresholds of experience. As you pass through one, you go through a period where you feel like you do not know anything. This is where new experiences and new understanding can emerge, but you must allow this to happen. It is like the farmer planting the fields. After each harvest, the field must be plowed under, and everything looks bleak and empty. There is no produce. There is no harvest. There is no evidence of any bounty. Everything must be replanted and started all over again so that next year there may be new and different harvests, and life may continue. This is how it will be in your education in the greater community way of knowledge. Instead of accumulation, there will be release and freedom. Education that only accumulates ideas, beliefs and experiences blots the mind and prevents it from learning new things. An education in knowledge, however, keeps opening your mind. It is as if you were going from a smaller room of understanding into a greater room of understanding, and from that great room of understanding into an even greater room of understanding. As you pass from the familiar environment of your current understanding into a greater context, you will feel like you do not know anything. You have not yet defined yourself within this greater context. You do not yet understand its dimensions. And you do not know what awaits you there. It is openness, courage and greater motivation in learning that will carry you through. Here you will find a great truth in life: only knowledge can take you to knowledge, and only wisdom can take you to wisdom. Your personal reasons for following the greater community way of knowledge will run out when you see that it will not give you more money, more love or greater advantages in life, advantages that you define in terms of your own personal goals. Here you will have to choose again, and what will enable you to keep going is knowledge itself. Then you will see that your former goals were small and selfish and could never satisfy you. Yet you can only see this as you advance and become mature in your evaluative abilities. When you have become honest and objective with yourself, then you will have reached a state of maturity in your evaluation. This is a great accomplishment in and of itself and will take a long time to achieve. However, its rewards are so great, so valuable and so lasting that there is nothing else in the world that can compare with it. You have before you a mysterious preparation. However, like all forms of education, it requires certain fundamental things. Here you can call upon your previous experience to remind yourself of what is essential, what you must choose and what you must accept as a student. Beyond this, however, you are entering into a new realm. Only a greater community way of knowledge can teach you greater community spirituality. Here you must be willing to go beyond the boundaries of human thinking, human beliefs and human assumptions. Here you will enter into a new and greater arena of learning in life, where your previous assumptions and beliefs do not hold and do not fit. You must leave them at the door before entering a greater room, a greater context and a greater experience. It is the ability to be empty and open and to cast away ideas that you have relied upon that will enable you to truly advance and become a light in the world, a light that can shine ever more brightly. What are ideas but expedient things that have temporary value? What are beliefs but things that can help you see and function better in life as it is occurring now? Yet these things must be changeable, or they will prevent you from being open to life and will work against you once their usefulness is over. Like a set of clothes, they wear out and you must have new garments, and these garments must be appropriate for the conditions that you are facing and for your experience of yourself. Do not look at your garments and say, "This is who I am. I am how I dress." Do not do that. Likewise, do not look at your ideas and beliefs and say, "This is who I am because this is what I believe. This is who I am because this is what I think." Your thoughts will change and will need to change. Allow them to change. They are temporary expedients. They are like prescription glasses that help you see, yet as your vision changes, you will need to get a new prescription. If you don't, your ability to see will decline, and you will become ever blinder to the world. What is permanent within you is knowledge. Your intellect is a vehicle for knowledge. It is temporary. Knowledge is the permanent and the immortal part of you. To find a permanent life, you must venture beyond your temporary life. To find a permanent intelligence, you must be willing to pass through your temporary intelligence. Accept what is permanent and what is temporary here. This will give you great freedom and flexibility in life. It will enable greater things to be learned because your mind will be growing in its scope and capacity, your desire for education will be growing, and you will be a person who is fresh and young at heart instead of old and defensive. All these things are part of your preparation. Use what you have learned, but let your ideas and conclusions be flexible. Let your understanding of yourself be flexible, for it will most assuredly change and expand as you advance in learning a greater community way of knowledge. Your sense of yourself will go from being a member of your family to being a member of your community or network of friends to being a member of the world, and finally to being a member of the greater community. What a tremendous expansion this is, and what a greater vantage point in life this will give you. How far you will be able to see then. How much you will be able to know. And how great will be your assistance to others who seek to learn and to know. You cannot fulfill your purpose as you are now. You cannot understand your nature as you are now. You cannot see the world as you are now. And you cannot discern your relationships as you are now. To do these you need a greater vantage point. You need to be far above where you are now so that you can look down and really see the lay of the land. Therefore, the answer to your desire for truth, honesty, resolution, peace and accomplishment, however you may wish to express and define it, must be a means for you to reach a greater vantage point in life. You cannot stay where you are and simply have answers or good ideas. You must move to a different position in life. You must have a greater intelligence within you. You must have a deeper point of reference, a deeper awareness within yourself. Using the analogy of the mountain, you must climb above where you are now to look and see where you are and to understand your situation. Then you will be able to move forward. To advance, you cannot stay at the bottom of the mountain and fantasize how it will be and imagine yourself going up and being at the top. The experience will always be different from imagination. The experience will be its own initiation. Stay at the bottom of the mountain and you will never know the mountain. Stay in your thoughts and your ideas, and you will never understand what real purpose, meaning and direction in life are. Protect your ideas, and they will hold you where you are, but knowledge will take you beyond your ideas to a greater understanding, a greater vantage point, and into a greater arena of life. We offer the path to the greater community. You are able to learn this, and you can understand this even being a citizen of your world. You do not need to travel about the universe, for there are indeed many races who do travel about the universe, but they have not learned the way of knowledge. They see, but they do not know. And they are prone to the same errors as you are, even though their comprehension of the universe is greater and their technology and methods of transport are more advanced. We are speaking of something that will give you an advantage in your life in the world and an advantage even in the greater community. In the greater community, technology is not the prize. Power is not the prize. Advantage is not the prize. Domination is not the prize. The prize is knowledge and wisdom. This is fulfillment. And this is what you need in the world right now.